I'm Don from UPLift Herbs, and you're watching Disney Channel. Alright, we'll burn some marigold, get back on track. Nature exists within a cycle of death and rebirth. Winters make hardy soil, and summer brings forth fertile life. Balanced in this duality, the same logic applies when we talk about the natures of some spirits. So rather than trying to box Mary into a image of love, compassion, kindness, and like a gentle feathers touch, we open it up to the full possibilities and the full realm of what love looks like and of what this goddess of earth, this goddess of nature exists, and how we explore some of her more chaotic, her more destructive, her left-hand path, and more baneful kinds of magic. So just as a disclaimer, this is all based off my experiences, the descriptions I have been given, and the understanding I've come to. You can have different experiences, you can have different opinions. At the end of the day, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. And if it does resonate, you should research it for yourself. I think one of the best ways to understand this duality is that for a portion of the year, Guadalupe is one with the sun, united. I think more people are familiar with her more solar aspects because she is often pictured with fire and with a lot of light around her, and it's very, very easy. Things we associate with her solar imagery: the sun, cactus, rose flowers blooming. We think of the growth of plants, we think of the feeling of warmth on our skin. When Guadalupe is in her lunar aspect, she stands before the sun, and that has a lot of significance. You can dive down the rabbit hole with just that phrase if you want to. We're not like some good imagery you can think of is her cloak. You can think of her, there are many images where she holds a club, a dagger, or a spear, like the one in the thumbnail. You can think of this as blood in the soil. The significance, the point, the reason why you care about these solar aspects, about these lunar aspects, is because it's a great way to understand the duality of this being, to understand the duality of Earth, the duality of nature. She is in a place of chaos. Mother Earth is in a very rough and radical revelation, and that is an exact phrase that has come out in divination and meditations. And I think that's so significant to hang on to understand that this is a period of change, and that in this change we are finding balance between her solar and her lunar aspects. Right now she's over here, she's working this pillar, she's working the left hand. And will often ask us to do the same. You'll notice that you'll be drawn to do more of it. So let's unbox Mary from the idea of being above curse work, of being love and light and fluff and kindness and gentle touch on your forehead and nothing more, because she is much more powerful and much grander than that. Because it's fucking important. You have to understand balance. Christianity, and the way it's formed around Mother Earth and around and appropriated Mary as a being, has really corrupted the way we pursue a relationship with her. And the only way that like the Catholic Church dubs Mary in veneration okay is when like Mary is a road to white Jesus. And I just think that's such a terrible box that she's been put in. And they make two disclaimers before we actually get into what kind of or curse work or left hand work. 1. Consult the being you are working with. Consult Guadalupe before you ask her to curse someone. She will tell you if it's okay, if you need to let it go, if it's a justified work, if it's going to come back to bite you in your ass, and if not, then she'll tell you how to do it. Ask first and trust her wisdom. 2nd disclaimer: if you choose to do curse work with Guadalupe specifically, the other names, the other apparitions may work differently, but for her, the curse will enter a dormant phase. once whoever it is put on has learned their lesson. And so know that she's never, the reason it goes kind of dormant is truly a sign of her mercy. And it's not a comment on like weakness of the practitioner or of the working or whatever, but it's truly a like, all right, you were mad at this person, they fucked you over, that's fine. Yes, we will put a curse on them. Yes, they will get their justice. Yes, you can have a hand in it. When they figure it out and make amends, it'll dissolve. If they slip, it will come back. But that's nature. It goes in a cycle. Of curse work, types of curse work, types of binding, types of left-hand work, types of baneful magic, types of baneful petitions, vary from place to place, practitioner to practitioner, and morality to morality. Here are some things that I have explored with Guadalupe. Binding things, most likely the binding of evil, the binding of people with malice or ill intent against you, destruction, especially of corrupt institutions. She is quick to jump for a hex the patriarchy, for a destroy ICE, for a bring down the police force spell, curse, hex. So I can't tell you what to do with your magic, but I can repeat that point again. Guadalupe will jump at, hey mom, can you help me do this, like, destroy ICE, get the kids out of cages spell? Should be like, get the candles. It's an excellent hand for banishment of evil for people with ill intent in your life, and just bad influences. She likes to remove people, and she will make them implode their whole fucking life just to like prove that they were pieces of shit. She is the queen at making people show their whole ass and reveal their true self in the quickest, most like shameful way possible. Here are some apparitions you can work with if you are trying to explore more baneful magic. Now, again, you can pretty much invoke Mary under any title to do this. Not always the case, not always true, depends on the nature, depends on the you. However, these are a lot more commonly used in left-hand work, and when you do research, you'll probably see these names. They all have a lot more intense energies and are often associated with other deities as well, so approach them carefully, approach them respectfully, and understand the context and the kind of energy that they're doing, what they have to give. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe. We have Our Lady of Guadalupe. Appeared to Juan Diego in the mountains of Mexico in 1512. Our Lady of Regla, who will be very strict. Our Lady Undoer of Knots. Also, the Thecanos. I don't think there'll be a picture for this one anywhere on the internet, but Mary, Queen / Empress of Hell. Now that is a fascinating medieval. I'm gonna say apparition because there's like an apparition on record, but it's also an epithet. That's a perfect segue. Let's talk about epithets to invoke Mary under when you are trying to work a more left-hand path. Mirror of Justice, Mystical Rose, Tower of David, Refuge of Sinners, Queen of Angels, Tower of Strength, Mother of Illness, Thundering Silence, Queen of Demons, Fabric of Creation, Ruler of Health, Empress of Divine Mercy, Justice from Above. Truthfully, you can go on. We're not going to, though. Bring this whole video together. Mary is not just Jesus's mom. Please stop saying that. Please stop letting people say that around you. Please start bitch slapping people who think that this is nothing more than Jesus's mom and nothing fucking else. Please, for the love of God, I am so tired. I feel like I'm on a team alone, Jesus. Nature is balanced in duality, and so are the majority of spirits. Mary, Mother Earth, Guadalupe, they are not just beings of this love and light movement. They are goddesses of anger, of death, of bloodshed, of flame, both to bring light and to sear flesh. Don't box her in. Don't trap her down and assume that you understand. Assume that human morality can somehow surpass divine grace and brilliance. Open your mind. Use your left hand to strengthen the collective. She is in her shadow aspect. Approach her. Ask her for guidance. Pull some cards with her. She loves tarot. She loves... Guadalupe loves to do divination with people. She loves cafecito and gossip. Pour her a cup of coffee. Get her a candle. Pull out the cards. Ask her yourself. This is